today's video is going to be my blush collection and my top 5 blushes. It's one of the videos that you guys have requested the most, is for me to do top 5 videos, and I decided to do a whole series on my top 5 blushes, foundation, concealers and all that stuff. I've already done a couple of top 5s on my blog, and I've done top 5 foundations, and these seem to be the most popular blog posts ever in my blog. So I figured you guys like them, so I would do more of them. And I will also be doing a top 5 foundations again. I know that I've done a blog post version, but some people just prefer seeing it on camera, and I thought there's no harm in doing it. So it will be one of the videos to come in the next few weeks. I don't know when exactly. But today is blushes, and I thought I would show you my entire blush collection, which is not too big, not too small, I don't think. And also show you my 5 favourite blushes, because I know that's what you want to know. You want to know which ones are the good ones and which ones are the ones to avoid. And to be honest, blush is one of the things that I don't buy too many of, but when I do buy a blush, I generally like it. For some reason, I have a very good eye for blushes. But there are obviously the ones that I like the most and the ones that I use the most, and I'm sure you guys can guess which ones, well, at least 2 that are going to be on my top 5. So I'll start with the MAC blushes, because these are the ones that I have more of. I have actually got 1, 2, 3, 4 MAC blushes, and I just find that MAC blushes are such a safe bet because they're not too expensive compared to things like YSL, Giorgio, Armani, and you get such good quality, such good pigmentation, and I've never been disappointed with a MAC blush that I bought. Apologies for the crazy lighting today. It's just, you know, a little bit bright sometimes, a little bit dark other times, and it's just because it's such a lovely sunny day outside and the sun keeps going behind clouds and out, so the lighting is all over the place. And I'm also filming in my bedroom, as you can see there. Normally I film in my dressing room, but I just thought I would do a little bit different today and film in my bedroom. I got new bedding as well. This is all from Tesco. The duvet cover, everything is from Tesco. So yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you all of my blushes, and then I'm going to gather my top 5 and tell you a little bit more about all of them. And starting with the MAC blushes, I've got Pink Swoon, and this is what it looks like. There. Then I have Pinch Me, which you've heard so many times. Then I also have Pinch Oh Peach, which looks like this, very similar to Pinch Me. And the last one from MAC is Coppertone, which looks like this, and this is a very old one. I don't use this as much. I used to use this all the time when I lived in Brazil because I had a permanent tan, so this was a blush colour for me, believe it or not. Oh, and I have another one from MAC, but it's not the traditional blush one. It is one of the Mineralize Skinfinish, and this one is in Stereo Rose, and it's more of like a blush highlighter than all of the other ones. So that's it for MAC. And then I have one Vivo Baked Blush, which looks like this, and the shade is Peaches and Cream. And Vivo is quite an affordable brand. I think they used to sell them in Tesco, but I can't seem to find it anywhere else. Then for my sleek blushes, which have the most annoying packaging of all, I have this one, which is called Rose Gold. And you can find sleek in Superdrug only. And my second sleek blush is Flamingo, which is such a bright pink colour. So now on to YSL. I have the Blush Radiance in, I don't know which colour this is, but it says number 7. Oh, and this doesn't open very wide, so I hope you can see it there. And yeah, you can see there's some highlighting shades there and some blush shades there, and this is just so pretty. I love YSL packaging. And the other YSL blush I have is a cream blush, and the shade is number 7 again. I don't know if I'm getting the names right. I will definitely look them up and put them on the description box below in case I'm getting them wrong. And this is the only, well, this is one of the only cream blushes that I have, but the only one that has stuck around because I gave all of the other ones away. Now on to Rimmel. I do have one Rimmel blush and one only, and it is this one in the shade Live Pink. And the camera's not picking up. It's a little bit brighter than what you can see on the camera. And it's got a little bit of shimmer, I think. Oh, I do have another sleek blush here, but it's in the palette form, and it's the Blush by 3 palette in Lace, and it has 3 blushes in there. And yeah, I generally use this one and none of these, but this one is really good. So moving on, what do I have next here? I have a Benefit blush, and this is Bella Bamba. I love Benefit blushes. I love the packaging, even though it's not very travel friendly. I think it's really cute, and this is what Bella Bamba looks like. And what else do I have? I have Inika blush, which you've seen in so many of my tutorials, and this is a loose mineral blush in the shade Peachy Keen, which I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you without spilling it all over my carpet, but that's what it looks like. And last but not least, I have my most expensive blush, which is the Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer in shade 6. And this is the only liquid blush that I own. And it looks like this. So these are all of my blushes. Now I'm going to show you and tell you a little bit more about my top 5. I'm probably going to start with the one that I wear the most, and it's the MAC Pinch O Peach. And it's definitely more pink than peach, I believe. In real life, it looks more pink than peach, definitely. But the reason why this is my most worn blusher is because it suits me any time of the year. When I'm tanned, when I'm not tanned, it suits daytime, it suits evening, it suits pretty much every makeup look. It is really nice. Pigmentation wise, it's like any other MAC blushes, really, really great. It lasts well on the skin, and I just think this is one of the most complimentary blushes for my skin tone. And this is a fail-safe blush. Definitely, if I were going to a desert island, this would be the blush that I'd take with me. And yeah, I'd say this is my most worn blusher, and definitely worth the investment. The second most worn blusher for me would be Pinch Me by MAC as well, and you've heard me talk about it again and again. And this is more corally peachy than pink compared to Pinch O Peach, which looks like this. This is Pinch O Peach, and this is Pinch Me. So I'd say Pinch Me suits me a little bit more when I've got a bit of a tan, as it is slightly darker than Pinch O Peach. But I can definitely get away with it when I don't have a tan. I just have to be very light-handed with it. And as any other MAC blushes, the pigmentation is really good. It stays on for ages on the skin, and I just think it looks really, really beautiful on. So my third favourite is the Sleek Blush by 3 palette, and it's not because it is a palette. I would prefer to have just one of the 3 shades because I don't actually wear any of the other 2, but this is here my favourite shade. And I think about a couple of years ago, I was wearing this non-stop every single day with every makeup look. And it is quite bright, as you can see there. It's very, very bright, so I do have to be very light-handed with it. But I really like it. I think the pigmentation is better than the MAC blushes, and yeah, it just looks really nice, especially with the tan. So number 4 is Benefit Bella Bamba, and the reason why this has made to the top 5 is because it is such a nice shade, but it also has a little bit of a highlighter in there, so it's a 2-in-1, and I like that because I've gone a little bit off highlighters on their own, but I do like a little bit of a highlighter on my blusher, and I think this just looks really pretty. Again, it suits me a little bit more during summer, and it is quite bright and quite pigmented, and most of these blushes are really highly pigmented, so I would recommend a light hand with all of them. The last spot on my top 5 blushes goes to Giorgio Armani Fluid Sheer. And this wasn't a clear winner. There were definitely other contenders there that could have made to the top 5. But the reason why I chose this is because this is the only cream blush that I like. And for a cream blush to impress me, it takes a lot. I don't generally like cream blushes. I think they just melt the rest of my makeup and make everything move, but this one doesn't, and that's the reason why this made it to the top 5. It is such a beautiful blush, and it has a little bit of a shimmer to it. It has a nice consistency. I did wear this on my wedding day as well, but I put a powder blush on top. And as you can see, it is very, very pigmented. So you only need the smallest amount of this. You definitely don't need a lot. And it's the perfect base for a powder blush as well. So that completes my blush collection and my top 5 blushes. I'll have all of the details down below. Names, shades, where to get them. Anything that you want to see, all of the links will be down below for you to see. And if you want to see pictures of them, I'll have pictures up on my blog, so make sure to check that out if you want to see pictures. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and let me know if you'd like to see more top 5 videos. I hope you're all having a lovely day, and I'll see you all on my next video. Bye!